Hey there, it's your instructor Mernush coming to you from Ross IELTS Academy. Today we have an exciting mission ahead of us. We are going to delve into the fascinating world of IELTS writing and uncover the secrets to achieving Band 9 score in Task 2. Yes, you heard it right. We are going for the gold. Now let's be honest. IELTS writing can be quite the challenging part for many candidates out there. You put in all your effort and somehow end up with a frustrating 6 in the end. But here's the thing. Reaching a high score in this skill is absolutely possible. Here's a little secret that many candidates are not aware of. Different question types in Task 1 and Task 2 of IELTS writing require different paragraph structures. And guess what? This is the key to unlocking that high score you've been dreaming of. Today, our focus will be on Task 2 and its structure. Without any further delay, let's kick off this extraordinary video. Car ownership has increased so rapidly over the past 30 years that many cities in the world are now one big traffic jam. As you see, this is the question statement, and what we should do is to read it carefully, highlight the keywords, and understand the question basically. Now the next part would be the question we are asked regarding this question statement, which says, how true do you think this statement is? What measures can government take to discourage people from using their cars? Here we are asked two questions about the question statement. So as we look at this question statement and the questions, we can realize that this is a double question. And for that, we need to follow a paragraph structure. The paragraph structure for this question type and in this task is, first of all, you have the introduction paragraph, then body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and the conclusion paragraph. Now let's write our essay based on this structure. Here we go with the introduction paragraph. Most people would agree that the ownership of cars has raised so much in the last 30 years that is causing a range of traffic problems. I think this is a major issue and there are a number of ways that governments can aim to deal with it. For example, improving the public transport in cities in order to encourage people to use their own cars less. In the very first sentence of the paragraph, we have just paraphrased the question statement by using some direct synonyms. In the next sentences, we have given the answer to both the questions, but we didn't get into any detail because, we don't talk about details in the introduction paragraph. We talk about them in the body paragraphs. So here we go with the next paragraph, which is the first body paragraph. Many big cities in the world have traffic problems, but these problems vary. This is to say that depending on the city we are talking about, people might be dealing with traffic issues, which means that some people might have fewer problems with the rush hour or traffic jam, as they live in a less crowded area. For example, it is reasonably easy to drive around my city after 10 a.m. and before 5 p.m. However, outside these hours, you have to allow double the usual time to reach your destination. In some other cities, traffic is congested at all times, and there is the continual sound of car horns as people try to get wherever they want to go. Here in the first body paragraph, we have zoomed in on the answer to the first question, and we gave some explanation and example to talk about the idea. So this is necessary. You don't limit yourself to just one part. You have the topic sentence as the answer to the first question, then the explanation and an example. Now we can talk about the second body paragraph. Here we go. One of the best approaches governments can take in busy cities is to encourage the use of public transport. This means the transport facilities have to be well run and people must be able to afford them. Buses, trams, and trains are good ways of getting around, and if they are cheap and reliable, people will use them. Another approach is to discourage people from actually entering the city by building car parks and shopping centers on the outskirts. For example, based on the research which was realized in 2021 in Toronto University, the governments that have run campaigns to encourage people to be less dependent on their cars have been more successful in encouraging passengers to use the public transport rather than private cars, even for the longer car trips. Here in the second body paragraph, we are answering the second question, but we don't limit ourselves to the answer, and we give some explanation and an example to just elaborate on our ideas. So we have the topic sentence, the explanation, and the example by using some appropriate expressions for each of them. Now here we go with the conclusion paragraph. In conclusion, we all have a responsibility to look after our cities. Governments can do a lot to improve the situation, and part of what they do should involve encouraging individuals to consider alternatives to driving. Eventually, in the conclusion paragraph, we have just concluded all the mentioned details throughout the essay by paraphrasing what we had already mentioned in the introduction paragraph. Very well, guys. In this video, we took a look at a task 2 writing and learned in details how we should write it in order to get our desired result. You can also write your own writing, send it to our examiners, and get a comprehensive feedback on it, plus your scoring niche criteria. You can take a look at the link we have put in the video description. Stay tuned for the next videos, and can't wait to see you very soon.
In this course, you will have a series of educational videos in which you will learn each and every tip you will need in specific detail